Welcome to episode 33, where we dive deep into the complexities of stress. These words echo through therapy sessions, support groups, and countless private moments of doubt. We cling to this belief like a shield, convinced that while others might harness their everyday nervousness, our anxiety, the kind that grips the chest and steals the breath, must be different. It must be fought. It must be eliminated. What a fascinating paradox this creates. The more we view our anxiety as abnormal, the more we feed it. The more we fight it, the stronger it grows. And yet, science now reveals an extraordinary truth. Those who suffer most from anxiety show the same physiological responses as everyone else. Our bodies aren't broken. They're doing exactly what they're designed to do. Consider the groundbreaking social stress test study. Half the participants had social anxiety disorder, the clinical kind, the real kind. They faced their worst nightmare, public speaking before stern judges. Traditional wisdom would predict disaster. Instead, something remarkable happened. When taught to embrace their anxiety rather than fight it, these individuals, the ones society labels as having real anxiety, showed the same capacity for transformation as anyone else. Their racing hearts didn't betray them. Their sweating palms didn't doom them. When they stopped viewing these sensations as enemies, these very symptoms became allies. This isn't just counterintuitive. It's revolutionary. Think about it. The very people who feel most out of control physiologically aren't actually experiencing anything fundamentally different from others. The difference lies not in their body's responses, but in the stories they've been told about what those responses mean. What changes everything is surprisingly simple. Permission to feel anxious. Permission to let the heart race. Permission to let the palms sweat. Permission to be human. The cruel irony. Those who suffer most from anxiety are often the last to believe they can embrace it. They've invested so heavily in the fight against their symptoms that accepting them seems impossible. Yet they stand to gain the most from this radical shift in perspective. This isn't about positive thinking. It's about biology. When we stop treating our stress response as a malfunction, it stops functioning like one. The same racing heart that once signaled panic becomes a source of energy. The same heightened awareness that once paralyzed us sharpens our focus. Where are the limits to embracing anxiety? Perhaps the only real limits are the ones we've created through our beliefs about what anxiety means. The evidence suggests something profound. There is no anxiety too real to be transformed through acceptance. In fact, the more severe the anxiety, the more powerful the potential transformation when we stop trying to silence it. This challenges everything we think we know about anxiety. It suggests that our attempts to eliminate anxiety might be exactly what keeps us trapped in its grip. That our quest for calm might be what's making us anxious. The path forward isn't about becoming anxiety-free. It's about becoming anxiety-wise. Understanding that these sensations, however intense, however frightening, are not signs of breakdown but of preparation. Not warnings to retreat, but invitations to engage. We don't need to love our anxiety. We don't need to want it. We simply need to stop treating it as an enemy to be vanquished and start recognizing it as a response that, however uncomfortable, serves a purpose. This is more than a change in perspective. It's a complete reimagining of what it means to be anxious. It suggests that the question isn't, how do I get rid of this? But rather, what is this preparing me for? The most powerful revelation? This approach works not despite having real anxiety, but because of it. The stronger the anxiety, the more transformative the shift from resistance to acceptance can be. Perhaps it's time to retire the phrase, real anxiety is different. Perhaps all anxiety is real, and perhaps that's exactly why embracing it works.